Hey guys, today's July 16th and I've got a ton of updates to show you guys since my last fig orchard tour in June. So again, today's July 16th and we're in zone 5B in the northwest Chicago suburbs, and wanted to show you one of my Letizzias I have put in ground and it shot up with growth. And guess what? We've got figlets. Figlets, yay! Am I showing the right one? Where's this one? Where's this guy? Oh, up here. There's one. There's a bunch on here, I think. And what's funny is they weren't double nodes like what I've been looking for. It's kind of been, so some of these, it's interesting, they're just the one figlet comes out, no double nodes, which was kind of exciting for me. Sorry, it's hard to see, I know. There's another one. It's focusing on the leaf. Okay, there we go. So my Letizia I got as fig cuttings in March, and it took them, no joke, about 2 months to finally root, but now they're taking off after they rooted. I got them from a seller on Figbid that I hate. This is the Corkies that I got from Lurvy's Landscape Shop, and it sure has come a long way. We got this June 4th. We bought it June 4th, and it had a bunch of tiny figlets. They were probably the pea size, and now, I mean, they're pretty decent size, and they all seem to be the same size. The last time I counted these, including the little budding figlets, were, I think, upwards of 18. So it'll be really great. We've already had 2 brebas off this tree. We ate them and they were figgy, delicious, but tiny. The first one was 19 grams and the second one was 11 grams. And I think it's because I had it in a pot previous to this. I think it was a 3-gallon pot. I left it in the 3-gallon pot because I was worried if I repotted it that it would drop all its fruits, and you know what? It hasn't, and actually they're doing so much better. So I wonder if now that it's in the ground, the actual main crop will come out and be the size that it's supposed to be, the size that I've been seeing in other people's videos. I mean, they've been like good 50 plus grams, and so we'll see. But again, the breba crop, the 2 that we had were tiny but very sweet and figgy flavored. I tasted sugar mostly. It was like buying one of those mission figs from the store, but much sweeter. And so it was a great experience. Those were our first interlude with our own grown figs, so it was very exciting. And if you'll notice, all these little 1-gallon pots, I have up-potted many fig trees. And so let's take a walk through the garden and get to the fig orchard so that I can show you where we're at. That's the pond that I draw water from to water all my figs, and I'm sorry to be redundant in this, but it's been like miracle water. If you notice all the algae growing on top, I've read that the algae is indicative of a high phosphorus content, and then at the bottom of the water there, it's loaded with seaweed and frog eggs and fish poop and all kinds of stuff, and it's gotta be so nutritious for everything. figs somewhat. Let me show you something that I did. I had some figs that weren't progressing at all. And this was one of them. This was the local fig tree I got from the guy in Des Plaines. And I lost every one of them. And this was going bye-bye too. And then I thought, you know, to heck with it, let me just stick it in the ground and see if that affects it. And sure enough, as soon as I stuck it in the ground, some amazing things started happening with the fig. First of all, it's growing leaves finally. I mean, we'll see. I'll do another update next month and see how far this comes along. I mean, it's tiny and silly, but putting it in the ground saved it. And so what did I do? I took all my sticks that have not been progressing, that have actually been regressing. They start out with leaves and they get growth, and then suddenly they dry up and die. And so I put this guy in the ground. This one is a Butterfora, my second Butterfora. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's right there. It's my second Butterfora. My Colonel Lipman's Black Cross. As you can see, it had leaves and everything, and then suddenly, for no apparent reason, or reasons that are beyond my comprehension, it started dying back. It's got a bud down there, and I thought, you know, they've all got roots, and some fresh roots too, but they were dying in those containers, and so I'm putting them all in the ground to see what's gonna happen. This is, if you remember, my Olympian that got eaten up by the stupid rabbits, but look how it has bounced back. And again, this Olympian I got as a culture plant back, I want to say in February of 22, so back in February of this year. And I don't know if I see any figlets forming because it's so tiny, but it is coming back really well. That stick back there, right there, that's black Madeira. That too, it had leaves, it had roots, and for whatever reason, you know, it lost everything and went back to zero, so I stuck it in the ground. This is my Chios Dark Greek fig, and this cutting I got back in February of 2022. Again, things happened, and then what I did was my major faux pas. I'll tell you what it was. It was watching all these videos and learning from seasoned growers to amend the soil and put in all kinds of wonderful nutrients and things like that. Well, I learned that every one of those figs that I, almost like 90% of the figs that I did that with and put in the volcanic ash and the calcium and the, you know, the eggshells, the lime, the fertilizer and pro mix and all that, it killed them. For example, look at this. This is my Italian Laterula. I got this as an actual ready-made plant. It came with figs on it, like Breba crop on it. When I bought it, it came to me. It had almost no leaves, but it did have a Breba crop. I repotted it into that wonderful mix, and I mixed it all using the instructions on the packages, like how much per gallon of pot, etc., etc. I followed the directions, and look at it's kind of pathetic. Whereas the stuff that I put in Miracle Grow, only Miracle Grow, look at it, look. So these were cuttings. These were cuttings, I'll tell you, that I got. When did I get the? April 22nd. Today is July 16th, April 22nd. So about 2 months later. No, May, June, July. Okay, 3 months. 3 months they went from cutting to this. And look how thick and beautiful and lush, and this was only Miracle Grow. And so my lesson learned was to keep it simple, stupid. And so maybe as the trees get older and I'm moving them into, you know, 10-gallon pots, or if I'm sticking them in the ground and I want to amend the soil and I want to put in good stuff like some eggshells and, you know, lime and fertilizer and all that, that's probably good. But really, I mean, I don't have that stuff in this soil where this Italian fig tree is taken off finally. All I have in here was homemade compost, and so that's all I amended this soil with. And so I'm just kind of thinking, I'm not going to do all those things. I bought all that stuff. I spent, you know, a tiny fortune buying all that stuff, and it killed my stuff. Like, there's the Italian Laterula. I know it's hard to see. Look at it. It's pathetic. I mean, finally it's bouncing back just a little. It's barely. It has nothing. Maybe I'm seeing a couple double bumps. I don't know, but look, I got this April 9th. And it was already full grown. Cutting April 22nd, full tree April 9th. So just ridiculous. Anyway, let's go through so that's what I learned, guys. If you're having trouble like I was with, you know, you've rooted something, now you've repotted it and it's dying, hopefully you haven't amended the soil. But if you have, that's most likely your problem, like it was with mine. These were sold to me as Figine, Verdino del Nord. And so I'm waiting to see if they are true to type. And I've got many double bumps, probably on every leaf node. I know it's hard to see. Double bumps. And so I'll be able to hopefully identify double bumps. Once we get some fruit, and then I can share with the world. This is my second Letizia. I have, I want to say 5 Letizias, and I want to say all 5 are doing great finally. This is, I want to say, is it my smallest one? No, it's not my smallest one, but anyway, Letizia. Nothing growing on this one, but as you saw, the one on the side patio, that one was full of little figlets, which is so exciting. I finally get to try Letizia, and it's the first year. So everything here is my first year. Everything. This is my first year growing figs. And, you know, like they say, if I can do it, you certainly can do it. This is a Celeste. Don't tell my husband. But I just ordered this. And I just got it a couple of days ago. Wilson Brothers Nursery or Gardens. And I had to have a Celeste. I got a couple of cuttings, but I don't know if they're going to make it or not. And I thought it was really important to have a Celeste, as per every grower suggests. Just a main one. And I plan on putting that in the ground, not this year, I'm thinking next year, because I really want the trunk to thicken up. Again, we're in 5B, zone 5B, and we get cold, and especially back here we get a lot of the northern winds. This is southern exposure right here where I'm at, and I was actually thinking of putting it over there and let it grow to its heart's content. I know these tend to get very large and bushy, and I wouldn't mind putting it there. It'll get sun 14 hours a day over there, and I think that'll be a really good spot for it, but we will see next year. This is my Leon's Montenegro. I recently got this. Don't tell my husband again. He's gonna divorce me, I swear. Yeah, so I got this from Dan Foster, who I love. He's so awesome, and he's my neighbor up in Michigan. I'm in the Barrington area in Illinois. Anyway, the Leon's Montenegro, I'm sort of in love with these figs, like Leon's Montenegro, like longed out. These sort of elongated or oblong figs look so delicious that I'm kind of obsessed with them. And you know, Ross Ratty always talks about how that shape is good for, you know, wetter climates, which we are, humid and wet, and so they tend to not split at the eye, or not split for that matter, because the water sort of rolls off them, and typically the eye is pointing downwards. And so that's sort of, and they look delicious and huge, and I think that I think I'll really enjoy the figs that are sort of have more bite to them, have more substance to them, so that I can get more flavor out of them. So we'll see. These also I bought overseas from Albania, just like my Verdino del Nord / Figine. I bought them from the same seller on Etsy, and these are supposedly crema di fragola, the figs that taste like pure strawberry jam, and anyone that hates figs actually loves these because they taste nothing like figs. That's what I watched on the One Fig Man channel. But they're giving me the double bumps too, and so I'll be able to verify, hopefully, double bumps, and very, very productive in terms of growth. Amazing. So I don't know if those are double bumps. I thought I noticed double bumps when they were a little smaller, so we shall see. Okay, I know it's hard to see the way I have these. This is my Desert King. Look at all the amazing growth at the base of this Desert King. Desert King, I know I've mentioned this in other videos. I got this in February this year, and it was also a tissue culture, and it was a little stick, and it's done so well. And I got it from, did I get it from Walmart? I think I got it from Walmart for like $7, and then $7 shipping for that little culture plant. And it was tiny, but right away it was really good with growth, and it didn't matter what the heck medium I put it in, because I did put it in that amended soil that killed everything else. It didn't kill this, and this is looking amazing. And so I'm really happy that it's giving me a bunch of branches, because all the more branches I get, that means all the more Breba I get next year. And if I see any figlets forming, I will absolutely pinch them off. I don't want any of the energy going into making any kind of fake crop for me right now. I just want it to focus on giving me a ton of branches, which it is, for next year. This is my yellow long neck that I got from Harish on Figbid. Harish is an awesome seller. I can't sing his praises enough. The cuttings that he sends are so packed with life, and if for someone like me that's starting out, he's a godsend. So ooh, I think I got double bumps here. Am I looking at the right thing? It's so hard to see. Oh, yeah, there. I think I got double bumps. So this one was the smaller of the two I got from Harish. And so it's exciting to see that this one's going to give me some figlets too, because the bigger one, this took off. I mean, in days, within a couple of days, the roots shot out of this cutting. And it's gotten so huge. Oh my God, like it wasn't this thick when I got it. And when did I get it? April. Let me make sure. Let me make sure so you guys can see. I got this and started rooting it on April 18th. Today's what? July 16th. You see? Look at this. It's almost as tall as me. That's not saying much because I'm a shorty, but I mean, for me, this is gigantic. It's like a dinosaur size fig tree for me, considering that it was just a cutting 2 months ago. Believe it. Just a cutting. And this one's given me a ton of double bumps and a ton of figlets, but only on like this branch. That branch, this main stalk is all leaves. It's just leaf buds all over. And so I think I'm gonna get some yellow longneck to eat this year. And I mean, if you think you recognize my excitement, I mean, this is nothing. I'm holding back. Okay, this is my beautiful black Madeira. I got this cutting, again, April 4th. Today is July 16th. And I think it's gonna give me a figlet. I hope, several figlets. And so this is one of the ones I just repotted. I've got a second one under here, and I started rooting them together. And I mean, I hope they survive, and I don't care that they're together because they are part of the same cutting. I just put them together. And so I kind of don't want to separate them. I don't mind if they grow into one big, or two big tree forms or whatever. I don't mind, because I'll just keep up potting them and make sure they've got enough room for the roots. The Celeste is another one that I repotted. It came in a 1 gallon pot, and I repotted it. I repotted the Letizia, They were both in 1 gallon pots, and now they're in 5 gallon. And so I just did that yesterday. The Italian 258. I got this last month, June 11th. And this I bought from Olga on FigBid. She's got awesome stuff too, really reasonably priced. And this was a tiny plant, and it's done really well. And it's loving the Miracle-Gro. Everything is loving the Miracle-Gro. Here's another one, Noir De Barbertone. I got April 9th, and I put it in that crap mix that I made, right, with everything and all the nutrients and stuff. Look at it. It's a mess. It hates it. It's like it hates me. It's angry at me. And it's like it can barely grow. I mean, it's so sickly, and I feel so horrible. Maybe I should just repot it, but I mean, at this stage, I feel like it's too late. I'll just leave it alone, and next year when I put it into a 10 gallon, I'll just fill it with Miracle-Gro. This is, believe it or not, my first Butterfora. I got same time as the other one that I had to stick in the ground because it's barely making it. Butterfora. And this is the other half. I got these from New Jersey Fig Farm. Now it's doing fantastic, this one, so thankfully I had cut them in half and tried to get 2 out of each one. Now, I don't know if those are doubles. My eyes are going bad. Anyway, I don't know. It doesn't, maybe. I think right there might be doubles. I don't know if you can see, but we'll see. Hopefully I can try a Butterfora too. I've got no double bumps on the Italian 258, I don't think, yet. And if I do, I'll just bring them inside and maybe in the sunroom or something and set up some my grow lights and try and ripen them if the temperature gets poopy. Oh my god, Negroni, or Negrone. April 9th. I got these at the same time as my Noir De Barbertone, the same time as my Italian Laterula, and also in the same crap mixture. But you know, this one didn't seem to mind it much. I think it started growing kind of slowly, but then it took off. And if you'll notice, we've got figlets all over this. That's the biggest one right there. That was the first one, but I think it's giving me figlets all over the place, and I can't wait because I know a ton of people love the Negrone, and it's got so much new growth popping out from the base. Sorry, with all these leaves, it's hard to tell. It's got a ton of new growth, and I think it's going to need up potting, but I don't think I'm going to up pot these until the fall, when I actually bring them in or when they go dormant, because I think then I'll up pot them and then put them away. Greenishia. Do you guys remember this thing? Something had eaten that lower leaf. I had two like leaves on it and something had eaten that. Yeah, look how humongous it's gotten. It loves the Miracle Grow. Loves it. Man, it shot up. And this is, okay, Greenishia. I got this from Harvey back in February. This was a cutting that I was having trouble with. Again, it rooted really well. Up potted it into crap, you know, mixture that I pulled together. And it stunted the growth like crazy. And then I didn't repot it until this sort of summer, you know, and it's come back, thankfully. You know, I've just been heartbroken that I've lost so many really good cuttings. I mean, it was such a shame because Harvey's cuttings are also, like Harish, so full of life, so full of energy, and I killed them, myself and I. Like, I'm sure Harvey wouldn't have thought it was possible, and it's just so sad. Anyway, Greenishia, I don't think I'm getting any double bumps yet, but I'm still hopeful. I know it's a late season fig, and again, I might take it into the sunroom if I get any figlets. If I don't, that's okay. Peter's Honey, again, same distributor. I got all of those from One Green World, and they came as, you know, trees ready to go, and I killed it with the soil. But yeah, look how unhealthy it looks in comparison to the ones that I put in Miracle Grow. Anyway, but it's coming back, and it's just busting with new growth. And I believe I do see figlets forming, and if they're not figlets, don't leave me any comments and break my heart. I'll find out soon enough. Yeah, sure, that's a figlet. Oh yeah, that's a figlet right there. Remember, if it's not, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Oh, okay. There you go. Now that nobody can deny is a figlet. Boom! I got a Peter's Honey figlet. Okay. Next, here's my beautiful long doubt. I got this in June. Got this from Craig. I think it's like Boyer's LLC or something like that. is his company name, from Fig Bid. And it was a small plant. It was about this big, right? And then I put it in Miracle Grow, and it was that big. Put it in Miracle Grow, and boom. And that was just last month. Just last month. Marius Negrata, I got as a gift from the Green Nurse, I want to say. She was awesome. I love her on Fig Bid. And this one was, I'm getting roots down here already. And very exciting. I got this and started rooting it May 14th. So 2 months later exactly. And we've got roots and leaves. No figlets, obviously. This is, and the same, the Green Nurse I got, and I might be butchering that name, I'm not sure if I got it right. She also gave me a Smith cutting. Same lady, same day, same rooting date, and it was a cutting. And look at it. First of all, I'm seeing double bumps. I might be getting a Smith. What? Anyway, I'm very excited about that, but look at its growth. And all I did with this Smith cutting was I stuck it in Miracle Grow. That's right, and I left it outside. I stuck it in Miracle Grow and I put it outside, and this is what Smith did for me. I have, okay, there's the Marius Negrata. I've actually had to repot the Smith into a 5-gallon, and I only started this in May, so 2 months ago. I've had to uppot it into a 5-gallon. If I was so lucky with all my fig trees, man, but I gotta say, Miracle Grow, I think they should put me in commercials and pay me, but like that Jimmy John, no, not the Jimmy John's guy, the Little Caesars guy who lost all that weight. No, not Little Caesars. What am I saying? Subway. Oh. Okay, I'm around my figs, so my brain's not working so good because it's overloaded. This is my Rondi. I got as a little tree from Olga on May 20th, and it was little, and then it grew all this. I don't think I have any double bumps. I'm very sad. Boo-hoo. I want to taste the Rondi. I might have double bumps. I don't know. It's hard to tell what these are. I'm going to say I'm not going to get any figs on this, and that's okay. As long as it's healthy and it gives me a ton of figs next year, I'll forgive it. I forgive you, Rondi. Okay, here's another Rondi that I got in April, and I got this from One Green World, also along with all the other ones that I was showing you that I put in crap dirt. This Rondi, I thought I saw some double bumps. I'm not sure. Does that look like double bumps to you guys? It looks like double bumps to me, but I'm not going to raise my hopes. You know, that looks like double bumps to me. Oh my God, no, these are double bumps. I'm gonna raise my hopes. I think I'm gonna get to try a Rondi. At least this guy is going to give me something to taste, and it's quite huge. These are all about, I don't know, I want to say 3 foot mark. Okay, Col de Dame Noir. I got this from Pads Fan. I'm pretty sure you pronounce it Pods Fan. He's probably a Padres fan, but I'm not gonna guess. Anyway, he's got some freaking amazing cuttings too. Again, I killed it after rooting it. Like they root immediately, and then I repot them into that crap mix and kill them. But I was able to save this guy by putting him into Miracle Grow. I mean, you have to consider how long it took me to figure that out too, you know. So I'll show you the graveyard over there, or not graveyard, but the ER. I've got an ER set up now for the other ones that I've almost killed that are hanging on for dear life because they have powerful roots, or powerful, you know, they were powerful cuttings. And so this is my Colonel Lipman's Black Cross. I got it in March. They all rooted so easily. Ugh, I sound like a broken record. These are part of that crew that I put in the crap soil. Beep. Here's another one. And so some of them are doing much better than others. This Colonel Lipman's Black Cross is doing really well. I've got them all in Miracle Grow now, and they are loving life. They've got, you know, they're just waiting to bust out. Oh man, and this is my White Marseille. White Marseille I got from Ogon Fig Bed as a little plant, and it's taken off. I'm going to be getting White Marseille figs, believe it or not. Yeah. And don't tell me those are leaf nodes, okay? I don't want to know, because in my mind, those are going to turn into figs that I will thoroughly enjoy. Okay, so that's my fig orchard. Let me take you to my ER room, or my ER area. This is my Cadota that I got. I got this Cadota in April from Tinkerbug Figs, and nothing against Tinkerbug Figs. They sent me a flippin' beautiful, beautiful Cadota fig tree, and I killed it. Yep, the soil. You guessed right. This was the branch that I stole off of a Corky's honey at the store, and it was thriving, and then it's dying. I repotted the Cadota, and that's why I'm sort of still hanging on to it, because I'm hoping that the roots are still alive and maybe it'll shoot some kind of growth out now that I have it in Miracle Grow. And a you know, small, I had put it in a 5-gallon. I downsized to a, whatever that is, 2-gallon. Here's my ER. This is my compost. And I just stuck my Figine, Planera, Panache, Red Lebanese. I got these 3 from Harvey. Oh, White Madeira, I think that is. My White Madeira I got from Harvey back in February, and it's July. And I think they still have life in them, and so I'm trying to resuscitate them. I'll let you know which ones come out, because I got those stuck that are stuck directly in ground, where I already had good results from the one Italian fig. Now I've got these in compost, and so I will let you know what works and what doesn't work. Inside the house right now, I'm rooting a Pastelliere and a Socorro Black. I've also got another Celeste in triage. I've got my Genovese Nero, remember from the other video? If you don't remember, I've had a hell of a time, and I was throwing away cutting after cutting of Genovese Nero, which tore me apart inside. Anyway, I've been throwing those away, and I had one left that had the promise of leaves and full wonderful bud, and it went to poop. And so I'm trying to reroot that one, and in the similar conditions where it's in like a cardboard box with you know, the cactus medium, heating pad, you know, moisture control, or, you know, spraying them every day for moisture retention, and then So Genevieve's Nero I've got in triage, Celeste I've got in triage, and a strawberry verite that I got from the green nurse. You know, she sent it to me as a gift, and I'm losing them. I hope I don't lose them. So again, I will give you updates on those next month. And oh, also, what is this, you might ask? Well, here's what I did. Turns out you can grow fig plants from seeds. And so these are seeds from organic, dried, yellow Turkish figs. So I'm trying to root those. I'll let you know if I've got any success with that. People think that, you know, there's no way the dried figs will be able to plant or will be able to grow. But I don't know. I don't know. We could check it out because they were organic, and all that's happened is they dried them. And the roots, you know, they sink to the bottom of the cup, which supposedly means they're viable. I let them soak overnight before I plant. I put them in the, and that's Miracle Grow potting mix again. And so we'll see. And then inside the house, so according to the Millennial Gardener, when he did this experiment, he indicated that those that were left outside in the sun really did much better than all the other systems that he had employed to try and grow figs from seed. So I've got this one outside. Again, this is the Turkish Yellow Fig that is dried and sold in stores in those bags. Inside, I bought mission figs, fresh mission figs, and I did the same. Put them in a covered container, but I put those on a heating pad with a grow light directly over them. And so I will let you know which method worked out best for me, or if any of those worked out. But what I'm looking for is the panaches. So I'm doing these tests until the panaches come out in the stores, because you know, I'm very distraught that I'm losing my planera, I'm losing my panache cuttings, I'm losing my white Madeira. So all these beautiful Adriatic figs, I'm losing them, and I'm so upset. I'm distraught. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to getting any progress on these, and then if I do, I'll employ that method on the panache figs that they start selling in stores. And I figure it's perfect because they might even be pollinated, because they're probably coming from California. So whatever the case, I will keep you guys updated. So this is my July 2022 Fig Orchard tour. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.